You make more than you did 3 years ago. Your lifestyle costs more too. And somehow, your savings look almost identical to what they looked like 3 years ago. Here's the thing. That's not a coincidence. That's not bad luck. That is the exact pattern that separates people who build wealth from people who make money. And they're two completely different groups. I've been studying the spending habits of people worth $1 million or more. Not the flashy ones, the quiet ones. And what's interesting isn't what they buy, it's what they quietly stopped buying. And in 2026, that list got very specific. My name is Dave, and I spend way too much time thinking about the invisible spending decisions that separate people who accumulate wealth from people who just earn money. If you make a decent income but feel like you're barely getting ahead, hit that subscribe button, because this list is going to feel uncomfortably familiar. Before we start, quick question. Do you know exactly how much you spent on things you didn't actually use last month? Not estimates, exactly. If the answer is no, the average American household wastes $4,400 per year on subscriptions and memberships they've stopped using but never canceled. $4,400. That's according to a 2023 C+R Research study. Keep that number in mind. Number 1. Unused subscriptions at full price. Millionaires don't cancel everything. They audit everything. Every quarter, every single service gets evaluated. Did I use this? Does it replace something I already pay for? Does this cost match the value? The average American has 4.5 streaming subscriptions. Most millionaires have 2, and they know exactly what they're watching on each one. Number 2. Extended warranties on consumer electronics. Here's what most people don't realize. Consumer electronics fail at a rate that almost never justifies the warranty cost. A 2022 Consumer Reports study found that only 14% of extended warranties ever get used. Millionaires know this. They self-insure by keeping a small emergency fund for repairs, and they pocket the rest. Number 3. Brand new cars. Specifically, the depreciation on them. A new car loses roughly 20% of its value in the first year and 50% within 3 years, according to Edmunds data. Millionaires don't drive beaters, but they almost universally drive cars that are 2 to 4 years old. The feature set is nearly identical. The price is dramatically different. Here's the counterintuitive truth about this list. None of these 15 things are about deprivation. Every single item on this list was stopped not because the person couldn't afford it, but because they ran the math and decided the opportunity cost wasn't worth it. That psychological shift from "I can't afford this" to "this isn't worth what it costs me" is the single biggest financial mindset change you can make. Number 4. Convenience fees on everything. Booking fees, delivery surcharges, service fees that add 20 to 30% to a transaction. Millionaires are not cheap, but they are allergic to paying extra for the exact same product. They plan ahead. They pick up. They use the standard checkout. Small amounts, repeated thousands of times. The math becomes enormous. Number 5. Lottery tickets. I know this sounds small, but a 2023 Gallup poll found that Americans who earn less than $36,000 a year spend significantly more on lottery tickets as a percentage of income than those who earn over $75,000. The lottery is effectively a voluntary tax on financial desperation. Millionaires don't play because they've replaced hope with strategy. Number 6. Premium cable bundles they barely use. The average American cable bill in 2026 is approaching $200 a month. That's $2,400 a year for content that mostly plays in the background. Millionaires have moved to intentional streaming. They choose what they watch before they pay for it, not the other way around. Number 7. High-interest debt carrying costs. This one's critical. Carrying a $5,000 balance on a credit card at 22% interest costs $1,100 a year for the privilege of spending money you already spent. Millionaires treat interest payments the way most people treat physical pain, as a signal that something needs to stop immediately. Number 8. Retail at full price. Millionaires shop. They just almost never pay full retail. They use cash back apps. They wait for sales. They buy off-season. Not because they need to, because paying full price for something that will be 30% cheaper in 3 weeks is simply bad math. This is where it gets really interesting. A 2023 Morgan Stanley survey of high net worth individuals found that the most common descriptor they used for their own spending was intentional. Not cheap, not frugal, intentional. Every dollar had a destination before it left. Compare that to the average American who, according to the same survey, could not account for 31% of their monthly spending. 31%. Gone. Unknown. Number 9. Daily coffee shop visits. Not coffee, coffee shop visits as a daily default. $5 a day is $1,825 a year. Millionaires who drink coffee have a setup at home that costs them $300 to $500 once. The math is obvious, and the coffee is genuinely better. Number 10. Gym memberships they don't use. The fitness industry's entire business model depends on people paying for something they stop doing. Millionaires either use their membership relentlessly, or they cancel it and find a free alternative. There is no middle ground of perpetual guilt payments. Number 11. Financial products with hidden fees. Actively managed mutual funds with expense ratios above 1%. Insurance products with surrender charges. Investment accounts with maintenance fees. Over 30 years, a 1% annual fee difference on a $500,000 portfolio costs over $160,000 in lost returns. Millionaires know this number. Most people have never calculated it. Number 12. Impulse purchases at checkout. Physical or digital. Amazon one-click. The end cap display. The App Store purchase at 11 p.m. Millionaires use waiting rules. 24 hours for anything under $100. 72 hours for anything over. Most impulses don't survive the wait. Number 13. Paying for things they can negotiate. Phone bills, insurance premiums, internet rates, subscription renewal prices. Millionaires know that most service providers would rather negotiate than lose a customer. A 30-minute call can be worth hundreds of dollars annually. Most people never make it. Number 14. Status purchases designed to impress people they don't care about. The watch that costs more than their car payment. The vacation they can't afford but need to post about. The outfit for an event they'll attend once. Millionaires have moved past the phase of spending money to signal to other people who they are. Number 15. The version of themselves that can't wait. The upgrade, the newer model, the larger size, the premium tier that offers marginally more. Millionaires are comfortable with good enough, specifically because they've done the math on what the upgrade actually costs across a lifetime of upgrades. Look, this isn't a list about being cheap. It's a list about what happens when people get serious enough about their financial future that they stop paying for things that aren't worth it. Every item on this list has something in common. It was stopped not in a moment of crisis, but in a moment of clarity, when someone sat down, ran the numbers, and realized, this isn't what I want my money doing anymore. Pick one item from this list, just one. Calculate what it costs you annually. Then calculate what that amount, invested at 7% over 20 years, turns into. That number is your real cost. Drop a comment telling me which number on this list you're cutting first. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next video.